Come on, baby, let's do the twist. Come on, baby, let's do the twist.
How's it going, guys? Today I am doing a tag response to my top 5 with a twist. I was tagged by Gerald over at Outpost 76, and this kind of goes over your grail knife, your tank knife, your performer, your shocker, and then your overall, and then one with a twist. And I'll kind of work you through the list as we go. Before we get started, you'll notice my collection. I'm mostly a budget guy. When I say budget, I mean sub 100. To me, that's budget. And there's a few exceptions here and there, especially with my grail knife. But that's generally where most of my stuff falls, and you'll see that as we go through the list. And as I'm getting into the hobby, I'm starting to edge kind of closer to that and kind of flirt with that line and possibly going over it. For now, this is where we're at, and yeah. So let's take a look at my top 5 with a twist. Number 1 is my grail knife. This was a knife that every time I saw it come up, I couldn't stop watching, and it just kind of caught my eye, and my eye was locked on it, and I couldn't tell you what anybody was talking about it. It caught my eye. They could have said it was the worst knife possible, but I would have had to have had it in hand to really check it out myself. And that's going to be the Lion Steel SR2. This was my original grail knife, and it kind of turned into the SR22. And then when this came up for a heck of a deal, due to a nice little tip by Mr. Blade Banter, I was like, you know what? That was my original grail. I got to jump on that. It kept going down in price, and yeah, eventually it got to the point where I said, okay, it's mine. And I went and got it, and I actually got this from Eugene Kwan. Both those channels will be linked below. Go check them out. Pretty cool stuff that they're doing. So yeah, this is my grail knife. Been pretty happy with it so far. Still haven't reviewed it, and we'll get there. But yeah, just nice, attractive knife. And I'm not even a red guy by any means, but I really like this. Very nice. So, number 2, my tank knife. My knife that is the mofo of the bunch. The bad MF. And that is going to be my CRKT Amicus. This is just steel on steel on steel. Big, heavy, chunky monkey this thing is. It's a pretty solid knife. Very hefty. And it's big, it's robust, fits great in the hand. This is the knife that if I was like, all right, I've got to pry a tire off a car and not worry about breaking a knife, this would be the one that I would go to. It's just a solid user, and you can see it's been used. I got it in a trade, and I've been very happy with it. And you can see that this is, yeah, this is quite the tank. So, I mean, yeah, that's my tank knife of the bunch. Next up is going to be my performer. So my performer was actually outperforming in Las Vegas with Mr. Esquire Knife and Tool. I sent it around the country on a little pass round for some guys that wanted to check that knife out that hadn't seen it. And it's made its way to Las Vegas. I'm not sure if it's at SHOT Show or not, actually. I wonder if it's at SHOT Show. Either way, I'm going to put that picture of it up here. And that is my Manix 2 Lightweight. Like I said, he was traveling around in a little pass round group. It's actually on its way home now. And I look forward to getting it back. But that's my knife. If I had to cut all day, if you gave me a cutting task and I was just going to be cutting all day, that would be the knife I would pick. It's lightweight, it's slicey, it's got, you know, a little bit of fidget factor, and it's a solid knife. So the Manix 2 Lightweight is my performer. Next one up is going to be the Shocker. Now this one I almost changed because I just recently came into a knife that's really awesome, and I didn't expect to like it. You'll know who you are if you're watching, and a couple of you guys will know which knife this is, but I'm saving that one. So I'm going to show off the knife that I had before that happened, and that was going to be this little guy right here, the Honey Badger. Now, when a knife gains a lot of hype in the community, you know, everyone's checking it out, everyone wants to see it. You know, oh, so-and-so said it was great, but could it be? And then you watch the next video, and that's what got me to buy this. And I got to say, I was actually really impressed with it. I mean, I even put it in my top 5, and I think this was my winner, actually, my top 5 budget knives of last year. It's just a great knife. If I'm looking at my lineup of knives and I said, I don't know what I want today, nah, screw it, I'm going to grab the Honey Badger because it's fun. It's the right size for me. This is the small. I have my little itty-bitty baby hands, and it's got great action, deployment and action. You can spidey flick it, you can flip it, and yeah, it's just a great little user. So I was really shocked on how much I like this one, and even now, this is still a nice little grab-and-go knife as I'm heading out the door, and I'm not sure what I want. So, big fan of the Honey Badger. Next up is going to be overall. So you see what I mean by budget knives, guys. I have some other ones, but these are just knives that I'm grabbing as I go through my day-to-day stuff. So my overall user, if I had to pick one knife that I'm just going to and I'm using the most right now, that's going to be the CRKT Pilar. And this is the 12C27 version with the carbon fiber. Yeah, I got this on the second market because I wasn't sure about the Pilar. Everyone had sang its praises. I was late to the party on this one, and it's great. It's ergonomic. It's just the right size for me. It's not super offensive if you do pull it out and use it, and it's light enough that I can just throw it in my pocket. So this has been my overall user probably for the last couple months. This will probably be the one that I use the most. So that's my user. So we've got my, let's rotate these down a little bit. There we are. Grail, Tank, Picture, Performer, Shocker, and my overall user right now is this guy. So what about the twist? Well, for the twist, I wanted to do the knife that I have in my collection that is the best bang for the buck, in my opinion, on just materials, quality, so on and so forth. And that is going to be a knife that I haven't really showed too much on the channel, but it deserves a lot of love in its own right, and that is the CH3. Let me flip her over. I don't want to mix these numbers up. It's the 3504. This is one that has big old hunka chunk of D2 for the blade. Nice G10 handles. I did the blue myself. It's something you can always kind of modify. These were natural, and I kind of wanted to go with this blue, and it turned out into this like nice denim. So I'm pretty happy with that. I did the back spacer, but the action on it is great. It actually rivals another great knife, and that is the Backlash. The Backlash is one of the best knives you can get for the money. Everything's usually fantastic out of the box with those, but the CH has D2, a little bit bigger, a little bit heftier, but it feels just as finished as that one, and it's just a great knife. I believe these go for around 30 something. I'm going to pop the price up right here, and that to me, I can't remember exactly. So it's a great knife. The quality was awesome on it. I love the chamfered lock bar. It just comes down. Great action. Pretty much drop shutty. I'm trying to do it on camera. Let me back it up a little bit, see if I can get a little bit of a better shot of that for you. Just, yep. Bumper, bumper, bum. Just great little knife. And so I think this is one of the best bang for your buck knives that you can get right now. And I know Gonzo came out with some like the FH11, and those look great. I haven't handled those though. So this is my with the twist. Just the quality overall, the build quality is great on these, and yeah, a lot of people love them, and they should, because it's a nice little blade, especially for the money that you're paying for it. So that's my top 5 with the twist. Nothing too exciting, guys, but I hope you enjoyed. I have a couple more, I have at least one more tag that I'm going to do. I'm going to review a couple knives. I'm going to blow through some videos in the next few days, so hopefully you guys want some Jack Farm Boy videos. Alright guys, well, as always, have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for the tag, Gerald. Oh, there goes the camera.